Who needs this many Apple TVs? I don't need this many Apple TVs. I just need one of them. And the reason I have this many of them is really stupid. Because I've had a project that requires an Apple TV to work, and I just haven't been able to find one. So you guys probably remember this one. This is the first one I had, and I made a video about it, and it did pretty good. That was a good video, and I came to the conclusion that these are pretty much only good for Airplay, which means they're basically just Airplay receivers, and that's really all that these are good for at this point. And this is my original one. This is the one I bought that has the box, and it's Apple refurbished. I'm not entirely sure what that means. I guess it just means it was cheaper to buy this. But yeah, I've kind of amassed a collection of these, and I have another one that's actually the actual Apple TV I use. But yeah, this is the first one I had, and I had this project working. But then the Wi-Fi died in this Apple TV, which means no more Airplay. You can do it if you connect it to Ethernet, but this project is kind of difficult to connect Ethernet to this thing, because this is going to get sealed inside of another video I did. So let's recap here. No Wi-Fi. This one bad. So that one's out. This one was one I bought for $5 at a tech shop in Boise. And it's a second-gen TV. And what I didn't know is that the second-gen TVs don't support peer-to-peer AirPlay, which is what I want. You don't necessarily need this, but for my use case, I want peer-to-peer AirPlay, which basically means these things kind of emit their own, like, Apple Speak Wi-Fi hotspot that other Apple devices can see and connect to. So you don't need a network for AirPlay to work. It'll just go straight from your phone to your TV. And that's important. We're not going to be able to configure a network once this thing is sealed inside a box, and it will be sealed inside a box. This one has AirPlay, but not peer-to-peer AirPlay. Only the third gens have that. And I struck gold the other day. This is the one I found, and it was $10. And I looked it up before I bought it, and it was a third-gen TV. So I was like, cool, I'll buy this. Turns out this one also doesn't have peer-to-peer AirPlay, but it's a third-gen. I just said the third-gens have peer-to-peer AirPlay. What's the problem? This is a first-gen, third-gen Apple TV. Am I the only one that's confused? Yes, Apple made two different versions of the third-gen TV. One that supported peer-to-peer AirPlay and one that doesn't. Google failed to tell me this in the store, so yeah, I found this one yesterday, and it does work. It has peer-to-peer AirPlay, and it's the one I need. So I've got two of these that work, but not peer-to-peer AirPlay. They need Wi-Fi to work as an AirPlay receiver. And you'll see why that's a problem. Remember this thing? Yeah, Apple's silly little iPod speaker that came out in 2006 and got discontinued in 2007. They did not like this thing. It was overpriced. It was a great speaker, but there were better options. And for the price, it was just an iPod speaker. You couldn't do anything else with it, which means you can't do anything else with it now. This thing only has the 30-pin connector and the aux jack on the back, which is a problem for modern phones that don't have an aux jack, despite being an old design that's... You'd think this phone would have an aux jack, but it doesn't. That argument aside, if you want to use your iPod Hi-Fi with a modern phone, you have to have one of these things. Is my camera still recording? No. Oh, no. Yeah, my phone overheated. Well, I've resorted to taking my phone case off and replacing it with a giant heatsink. Anyway, To use a modern phone with the hi-fi, you have to have one of these stupid dongles, which everyone hates. These things, like, no one likes this. No one enjoys this. Everyone would rather just have a headphone jack built in. That's beside the point, though. I still really like this thing, and not being able to use a modern phone with it is fine with the amount of devices I have with a headphone jack. But it would still kind of be nice because, having to be tethered with a cable really just sucks anyway. And I can bet you're seeing where this is going. We're going to combine the two. Now, I showed this working in the original video with this iPod Hi-Fi, and it was kind of sloppy. You had to have this sitting on top with a bunch of adapters and stuff. We're just going to internalize all that, which should be pretty easy. We got this same adapter that I used in that video with the headphone jack output. And yeah, since I've already done this once, with this Apple TV that died, it actually died while it was in here, so that sucked. Hopefully this one doesn't die. But first we gotta get inside this thing, which I hate doing. I get it. Speakers are supposed to be sealed. But this sucks. I hate this. As you can see, I've already lost one of the grill mounting points. I don't have a grill for mine, but that still sucks. So we gotta get in here without bending the hell out of this because it is metal. Like listen to it. It's like you can probably hear a difference. I don't know. I hear a difference. So yeah, I've already kind of bent this, but I don't want to bend it more. So we're just gonna have to get in here and with that. Time to bust out your wallets. I found the double-sided tape. Oh, there's some double-sided tape. It's making its way out. This would probably be a lot easier if I had used like command strips that I could just pull out. But no, I had to cause myself pain. Not bending the faceplate is so difficult. You'd think it'd be a lot easier. It's not. Well, that part's off. Maybe I can just twist it. I can. Oh no. Polishing goop that got under the front when I polished the top. Yeah, Apple really didn't want you getting into this. But like, nobody was buying this anyway, so they had a lot of reasons to just not care. People think this is a new phenomenon that Apple's just developed. Just glue it together. They've been doing that forever, man. This thing's from 2006. Good enough. Get this out of here where it won't get bent. Now it's just screws from here, which is very nice. I'm glad they didn't choose to glue this part in, but it's still not good. I don't like it. If I remember correctly, last time I started by removing the sub in the middle. Oh, don't do that. Oh, no. I think it's fine, but still, Thankfully, pretty much everything is done from last time. We gotta dump this out now, which is really scary. Ugh. Oh, no, I don't like that sound. Oh, yeah, I forgot about these. Oh, this thing is a mess. I forgot about this. Yeah, all of the foam on all of the wires has turned into just sticky goop, and it is disgusting. It gets everywhere. I think this is just a common occurrence with these. This bigger foam, like along the ports and stuff, is fine. Just on the wires, and it's everywhere. Gets all over your hands, and it's just, look, I'm already getting it on me. That faceplate really hides a lot. Well, there's that came out. It's already on all my fingers. It's just... That's the one thing I don't like about taking this apart. The faceplate, that's fine. All the goop inside. I know it's not Apple's fault, but, like... It just sucks, man. And it just gets everywhere, and it'll end up all over the face of it, and all over the top of it, and it's just... I hate everything about it. I really tighten these down, which is good, because, you know, this has to be airtight, or else these ports do nothing. I think I might have used, like, a screw gun to tighten these, which you shouldn't do, especially on plastics. That's a quick way to strip out your threads, and it's just not good at all. Don't do that, but I did it anyway. Now I have to remember where all the cables are. Did I miss one? No? Oh. Yeah, these things that hold the faceplate on. Make sure you don't lose them. I lost them. So get them out while you can, or glue them, or something. Get these ports out, because they will fall out. Yeah, this thing is a nightmare inside. You can already see all over there, and on the other side, it's just everywhere. Hair sticks to it when it's open. I hate this. Okay, well, you can see my previous hell that I've created in here. I hate myself. So let's get all this... Oh god, dude. It's even sticking to itself. These foam, these are fine, right? It's all the other foam on everything else. All of the cables. Okay, well there's that. I'll be careful not to break that. But we do have to... There's my extra power plug I modded in. Ow. Hey, future me editing this, just skip that whole side quest. Just get rid of it. There was no point in it, and it just... I love this crap. Time to install the TV, which is going to be fun, because it's just going to sit in there and kind of just be a little guy that's just brain slugging some audio and do it. So that's all we got to do is... Oh, I need to rename this TV to iPod Hi-Fi, because it's still called Apple TV. One moment, please. I'll do that real quick. Having stupid, weird Apple TV issues, so I'm just going ahead and restoring it with weirdly a micro USB cable. Strange. I'm not entirely sure why, but you know, we're getting somewhere. Well, that took way longer than it should have. Resetting this thing. The remote wouldn't work, so I had to reset it with a Mac, which took forever. I don't know why. But we're finally to a point where this can go in. Hours into this. It's probably been 3 hours. This was supposed to be a real quick project. It was not. Disassembling these suck. I hate it. You can never do it without messing up the case, which is fine. Like, this is just gonna go with an iPod Hi-Fi, but it still sucks. Now we just have to take this the rest of the way apart. Comes with a parts tray, that's nice. You know what's stupid? Screws that they use to hold in the power connector are actually plastic, which I didn't know was a thing. I didn't know you could make plastic screws that functioned, but yeah, that absolutely is. Every other screw in here is normal metal. I don't know why that one had to be different. Those two, I guess. I'm trying not to dent it, because, like, it's gotta go. You know, it's a metal case. I don't want to, you know, mess it up. Come on. Don't fight me. Oh. Well, that's not exactly what I wanted to happen, but that is good. I did want that. That's our heatsink, so we do need that. I think that's probably why the Wi-Fi card died last time, so good. We won't have a power light, but who cares? It's going to be inside a giant speaker. Incoming. We should just be able to stick that down, probably, with the existing adhesive. Yeah, that's in there good enough, I think. I'll put some foam, some of this crap on it that goes there. Well, it's a little bit of a mess, but all of my projects are. I don't care that much. Just trying to cable manage it a little bit. Well, the lights flickered when I plugged this in, so I don't know if that's a good thing, but it should be. And we should see it show up in the Airplay menu here any moment. Okay, my Apple TV is showing up fine. That's not a good sign. It's just not showing up. Why? Just nothing happening. Hello? Does this just not work? I didn't break it, did I? Different power supply, and now it's turning on and working fine, I think. Should turn solid in a minute. There we go. Booted up fine with this power supply, so I think me prying this one out might have damaged it somehow. Not sure. But it works. So, for whatever reason, getting the power supply out of this one, which was the third, I don't even know anymore. I don't know what Apple TV this is, but this is the Apple TV out of the one that's going in here, and it's the one with pry marks on it, so I think that's why it doesn't work. So I grabbed the power supply out of this one, and I think we're good. It turned on. So, yeah, now just to put this together again. Let's test this before I continue any further here. Just plug in power back here. It's very hard to see on the camera, but it is on. The Apple TV has power. That's good. That stupid sticky foam, I hate that so much. That's awesome. I am tired and I'm hot. I'm gonna clean this up, put the faceplate back on, and we'll just come back when that's done. Yay. It's been a long time since I recorded that bit you just watched. Probably like a month, probably. It's done. It's put back together. It's all nice and clean now. Setting this here among my big giant annoying speakers, but maybe that'll be a video some other day. This thing is awesome. It looks awesome. It sounds great. Can't play too much, but you know, that's all I can play. Sounds great. It works. The only weird thing is you have to have something plugged into the aux jack for it to actually play from the aux jack. That was the side quest I told myself to get rid of, but and look, there it is among all of my other Airplay things. That's awesome. It's so cool. It's just its own self-contained thing now. Look, there's no tricking anyone. A single power cable and that thing there. Should you try this yourself? No, don't do this. This is incredibly difficult. You have to take these apart, which already feels bad because these are kind of rare. I also did try polishing the top. That's what that green crap was on the top of here. I mean, where's a light at? There's a light. There are scratches there, but they're not as visible as they were. It is better. Now my issue is, I don't know where to put the thing. It's kind of big. It's kind of big, and I don't know where to put it. I'll find a good spot for it, but It's just kind of been living down there.